Are pushing rebels out of more Libyan cities. Hundreds of opposition fighters are moving back after reported attacks with rockets and tank shells. RT's Paula Sleer reports and has more from the region.
This is Zawiyah, the scene of some of the fiercest clashes between pro and anti-government forces here in Libya. The city is now firmly in the hands of Gaddafi's men, and everywhere you look, Gaddafi's colours, Gaddafi's flag and his support is present. There's almost a festive mood here with parents and their young children walking around, everyone congratulating each other. The one thing though that is noticeable is that of course the only people here are Gaddafi supporters. Where are the groups of rebels that have been able to hold on to the city for so long? People in the international community are talking of a civil war, but after the fall of this town, Gaddafi's son, Saif Gaddafi, says that troops will now be marching their way to Benghazi, and once Benghazi falls, and the government is very confident it will, this country will firmly be back in the clasp of Muammar Gaddafi. So as the international community debates what to do in Brussels, it's a very different reality here on the ground. People here want no international involvement, and they blame the Western media for focusing on drama rather than reality.
There's a lot more haggling on the international stage over the merits of intervention and a no-fly zone than the bargaining taking place in downtown Tripoli market. Shops here close early nowadays. People are afraid, and many of the Africans who used to work here have fled the country. But the argument that Libya is on the brink of civil war, so foreign intervention is needed, still seems to ring a little hollow.
There have been several hundred people killed, but that's not a huge level of violence. It certainly isn't a global level of violence that would normally merit intervention.
Gaddafi has offered access to foreign media, but only if the camera lenses stay well away from any of the opposition. But it's a similar picture in the opposition strongholds. Dr. Ramadan Breki was forced to close the Benghazi office of his newspaper because of pressure from rebels. You have to print their version of events, he says, or nothing.
The media is going to the hot places, and all these cities are controlled by the rebels, and the independent people, they are afraid. They cannot tell the news what they think and what they believe.
And many Gaddafi supporters fear that while he may be winning the war with the rebels, he's losing the information war. Like here in Janzur, outside Tripoli, where schoolgirl Mona says she's puzzled and angry by reports that mercenaries were shooting people in her town.
It's normal. Teachers come and we get the lessons, we write the homework, normal life.
And life certainly seems calm on the streets.
There's plenty of talk of civil war in Libya, except that it's all coming from outside this country. Do you think that there will be civil war here?
Everything is normal right now, and in the future it will be okay. We live normally.
As for conflicts elsewhere, where the death count is climbing, there's little media coverage and even less foreign interest to intervene.
There are events unfolding right now in Ivory Coast, where there is also a conflict, an armed conflict between rebels and the government. But nobody seems to be thinking of that. It's only because fashionable attention is focused on Libya.
The only reason they're interested with Libya is about the oil. You'd think we'd be in Iraq if the major export there was broccoli.
So as leaders meet in Brussels to discuss the fate of a country hundreds of miles away, many Libyans are saying it's their mess and they'll clean it up. Paula Sleer, RT, Janzur.